election, which will be June 13 and 14. And also we'll talk to one of the presidential candidates them for this same position or election, winner Alhaji Kamara. And the two gentlemen, they were there with me right now at the studio. And I will start with the President, Hamid Sahid Nazrela. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning, the democracy. Good morning, listeners.
And also, this morning. Okay, also to you, Manika. Good morning, welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon.
Good morning,
so inside the program, we start for look at the issue we get for do with SLAJ, the election. As we know, the president will get we don't serve for 2 terms consecutively. We may say don't serve for 6 years, and now they're about for say goodbye. Well, the Salon Association of Journalists SLAJ get the responsibility for promote press freedom and advocate for journalists their right, set ethical standard and cult of journalism so that it will work in a professional way, provide capacity training, and also seek the welfare of journalists in Salon. How Hamid Sahid Nazrala able to achieve them here inside in 2 terms where it don't serve and waiting at the preparation and readiness for the next SLAJ election. The reason I make we get an 2 terms, 6 years. Preso, take me through your journey how we don't tell it.
Actually, 9 years.
Oh,
3 years was as
3 years as section, okay.
Before I go to
President.
the presidency. Yeah, a long journey and a very good experience for me. Learned over the years and then grow. And I want to start by saying thank you to the SLAJ members then for giving me the opportunity to do that, for lead them and serve them. Yes, over the last 6 years, with me SALT Manifesto and the Mid Manifesto, we will achieve a lot because also what we do, what we put by the manifesto, the SALT Manifesto will come in 2019. Oh, now the members they get a manifesto today because now them I talk to, now what in they tell me say they want, so the SLAJ president do, now I put that manifesto today. So if you look at the first priority will be together for, this will be the first for repeal law, the criminal libel law. When I made the we work because as journalists, if we say, for criminalize the work we do, because someone can make mistakes and everybody liable to that one day. And so if you do as a journalist, then call you criminal, or then call you up to take action against you. You know, meeting and saying a good thing and so we'll continue to fight because I fight with them, we don't fight from so with them from 1971. Each executive will can and a responsibility and they pull that law day. And we don't get tomorrow for another, we don't get Ibikabo, we don't get Kevin Lewis, they all don't play them parts. And luckily for me, when we come now, eventually repeal the law in 2020, eh? 2020? In 2020, now we repeal the law. It's not the biggest, so mean the current achievement that one day. Although some people talk now say the achievement they don't mean nothing again because we don't get cyber law, we don't get the counter-terrorism act, we don't take back the freedom that day. But now the first thing, now be the first fact that they will be get for 50 years. Now we achieve them. And so mean the current achievement that they and like when you get either on a relay for sports, one person take the baton, they start second man, the third man, then Mikalasa. So now all victory. A victory for we in SLAJ, the past president then, the past executive then, other members they don't serve. Victory for the country as well because he raised the democracy high. And if you look at the 2021 Press Freedom Index pool, it's a long high up because of the achievement day.
So actually, one, yes. Okay, wait, Lord, I'll ask you something on that before you go to the next one. The issue where you don't claim or say na you spear either when the criminal libel law. People they say just like I said state, it's just in black and white, but the reality of it not the speak. We don't see also journalism don't they get issue with certain government institution individual where they say the fear of expressing themselves still not really they in place like how we can you have to explain us so.
Yeah, that's always a challenge, what thing happen now. But at the time, we really law, a big achievement for me because you find out say who come in 2019. And let me tell you, Kevin tell me, Umbro tell me, say your job, never gonna say ID. Every week you're gonna say ID. And I say be happy. Me and Malika was doing also, and some of the other members then, the executive, almost every week we're gonna say ID. So go bill with colleague them, or go plead for them, but they left them. For all in the old level things that they publish, either newspaper or either radio or online. But after the pass the law day, all things stop drastically. It takes time for being good again. Now they pass the cyber law, now being good back, one day. And then I want it. So that's a big achievement for it. I wouldn't pull a lot back. Now we see woman being inside the profession, Boku, because the 3 intake, me do one intake. She's the number of women they increase who apply for can become member of SLAJ. Then woman can take in 2 intake day after that. You see more women come, but the percentage don't increase. First of all, they're getting 10%, 50. Now we're about to 40% of women there who don't carry inside SLAJ. So now big achievement there for we.
We dey continue for watch at the achievement and so far, but one for this moment for remind the listeners and people they listen perhaps say we supposed to get three studio guests. When are you and the candidate for the presidential election when Alhaji Manika Kamara himself Mustafa Sise. But unfortunately on the side of Mr. Mustafa Sise, where we contact him last night, he tell we say in schedule tight, we show up at the program. That for just clear the I can't again. Mr. President Ahmed Said Nazgela, he don't talk on the criminal libel law way 6 years able for push for make the repeal despite other challenges on the surface now. But again, inside these 6 years, waiting and one thing again aside from that one day go on for make journalism remember you got.
Not that ever talks so. Not that also. The other one are welfare. We promise what we do with the address, but welfare we are journalists. The main concern are welfare. All mark are welfare, conditions of service, and welfare also includes safety and security for you, the journalists, who they do the work. They're a very complex scenario for address. We'll not say we address them full one, and all mark will be get good pay and good condition of service. We say we will try to look at them. And what we do, what they repeal a law day, we also work with the IMC for make sure that them engage Parliament and they review the IMC Act. So for the first time as alone, we get a law where they guarantee say you for pay your reporter or you for pay journalist or you media worker above the minimum wage, and also for pay in NASIT contribution, social security contribution. Will not be they ever happen. Not ever happen. That be that if you check NASIT, the media house they will owe social security contribution for the staff there. They will say them boku. So man over 30, 40 years. And one time the NASIT will come for being clamped down, being taken to court. First will intervene and say they are getting a payment plan. They will pay small. At some point, we'll be so ignorant that we even say, let them waive all sin. And then they say, no, if we don't deprive the reporter, they won't be for.
And on the same money back with the push for.
Yes.
Yes. But they push for the reporter, they enter at the same time back on the time.
Yeah, because it's large. The media now we said Olam. The majority of the media, 95, I would say 99% of the media now we get the people who come outside when the private people who say private sector investment, now 1%. But all journalists they get one business there. So we go for protecting interest back.
But I wanted to
not be at that time day. But they educate me. The last of the say no, if I do that one day, then we don't deprive the reporter the owner the feds for the journalists don't have the feds for because then they get the money day and for the security later on. So it's a big achievement there for we.
So as
not legislation, what they say, you employer, you for pay the journalists above the minimum wage. First they pay themselves. First they pay them 200,000. Now you for pay them above the minimum wage and pay them social security contribution every month and a law. So all you need down now for ensure say we get compliance. IMC make sure say all the media was when they come for realizing if you just say they watch, they document them and see they pay the stuff.
As much as you say condition of service and welfare of journalism na big achievement. But again, well as you do a check like for say okay, as a president, though you are outgoing now, let you sit down one-on-one, talk to journalists and get the exact story waiting happen at the different media institution because still though you don't make some change, but still challenging at side for say some media institution and they still not even meets close to the minimum wage or even treats people in where they give service at the media institution in a proper and appropriate way.
Challenges are always there. They always there. Like I tell you, I say we don't get the law. Lock in there, but pulling the OBM. And because in a compliance we need now. And we don't do study. We don't talk to you. Now still welfare continue to be a concern because we don't achieve it. We don't achieve it, but we don't take one step. We don't take one step for address. We don't get law.
For something we did just in black and white and not speaking to reality.
No, it don't change small. First time, left. First time, they pay journalists. They pay there.
But it's still have to back.
Now it's back, but on a very small scale now because I know we don't talk to them. We don't do survey. The media reform coordinating group don't do survey. But if I not say there are still media houses there, they still pay the reporters there. But they connect with the reporters and back. They connect with the workers and back. Because when they go for going to MC, then they force the document there. Then they put on the sign they say, then they pay them, but they don't pay them. But they don't left the job because they get with the added the survive for the job. So like very tricky something. But like I say, now something who therefore who difficult for address because you look also at the people who own the media, the one who own the media, not only the back own the media. And then the government say the economy.
So it's not the line. It's not the line. In all of this. Because in as much as they seek the interests of the owners, because naturally journalism also, and also they seek the interests of the reporters.
Now we get CIO Reporters Union. What we do CIO Reporters Union? That's we don't define for long. Now we don't get the law. First then we don't get law. Now we don't get legislation. Now what we do now to for continue to engage with the Minister of Labour. The Minister of Labour, remember say one protest be happen at SLBC where they start their protest. So go there and try for intervene and try for resolve. We go to Minister of Labour. They say, I should say, then they can begin and they can do after all that settled SABC in the business, then they can do a national audit of journalism welfare nationally. Because the young area that one day, and that report they negotiate with me, and then the collaborators for Dual, for the first time get a comprehensive. We don't do survey with MRCG. We don't give you an indication of say the people are still they will not comply with the law. If they do law, they comply. But this man for carry back for it, so say we get a framework, a document where they speak to the issues and they say we give the advice and for resolve them. And what's in SLAJ for doing? I forget the bad certificate day. We have them for begin. Una get the power for begin to negotiate to the employer there. So many people because we don't try to form what we call a media owners association. One other platform they will use for engage. Una SLAU engage with support of SLAJ and we begin negotiate salary with the employers. But the media owners they not agree for former because they don't say as a former so they don't be a platform say they will come sit down and talk with me.
Okay.
So welfare a complex issue. Like I say, we don't take one step. The step we don't get legislation. What account is it? Not get that. Getting a recently a design certificate of for get that thing. Who don't even validate them, but not sign itself. Then they encourage people for the party they sign. So
Okay.
we don't make progress. And I say we just give work together back and ensure say we go beyond that one day and try for begin negotiate for good conditions of service beyond the pay.
Okay, we can talk about the other one. Okay, for do with training and capacity building for journalists, which you be able to do inside your 6 years where you serve for. A name na Hamed Sahed Nazgala, current president and also outgoing president for SLAJ. We don't need to talk about in 6 year journey where he don't be president for SLAJ. The program they continue with the current with other studio guests, but before we bring this particular guest, while we listen and view them not say we also reach out to Mustafa Sise when are the other SLAJ, candidates for the presidential position, but a reason of not being in the studio with we this morning. So we're coming with Alhaji Kamara, presidential aspirant for SLAJ. People know the name, but they need to know more about you. Aside Alhaji Kamara, what do you think say the public and your fellow journalists need to know about you? Oh, that's not you.
Thank you very much. It's up to you. Alhaji Kamara, na a journalist we starting journalism career in 2005, where I go from a college mass communications department, and I start for practice in 2009. Now I go newspaper after I graduate, so I get my first degree in mass communications. So since that ended to date, I don't get into the media field uninterruptedly. I don't left the media go any side. Don't they consistently throughout from 2009 to date. I practice journalism and I don't move from a cub reporter to the news editor of our newspaper. I began serve as news editor in 2016, where I come out studying at China Wakam. Till date, me a news editor of our newspaper. And in 2015, I've been served as the financial secretary for the Sierra Leone Reporters Union before I go study 2016. 2019, I contest for the position of assistant secretary at SLAJ. We give me the opportunity for know more about the operations of SLAJ. And in 2022, in the absence of the substantive secretary, when Mohamed Asmiba be travel out of the country, the membership be in 2021, the membership be say they endorse me for serve as acting secretary. In 2022, I contest for the position of secretary general, where I win overwhelmingly again. I don't serve now the last 3 years as the secretary of SLAJ. And I don't work closely with the current president, when Ahmed Said Nazgala, where they tell goodbye now. For the last 6 years, I don't work very closely with him and they don't understand the leadership qualities. And Alhaji Kamara, I'm very humble and dedicated young man. We open up to all journalists. I don't feel I get any journalists across the country where could say anything negative about Manika, because always I open up to people, always ready for support there. And finally, Alhaji Kamara married to a beautiful, lovely, and caring wife, where I get to picking with Manika too and Alhaji Manika Jr.
Okay, so aside the personal introduction way you don't give, Manika Kamara going for this position, what really trigger you, inspire you, feel say you for go to this Ayakeda?
As I say, as up to you, I don't serve SLAJ for the last 6 years consecutively at three different positions: assistant secretary, acting secretary, and secretary general. And I can say all the achievements in which SLAJ don't recognize within these last six years, Alhaji Kamara play a very great role. I work very closely with the president to the point that some people will even refer to me as the apprentice or the driver of the SLAJ president. So all the achievements of SLAJ within these last 6 years have played pivotal role. They go attend meetings with the president, all the time because we vice president now the region in the northern region, Makeni City. Most times, Namibia represents the president where they travel out of the country. Even when they within, when we get so many engagement, then Alhaji Manika they go out for represent them.
So now the president will be serve on the slide because
No,
you're more attached to in personally than the association.
Okay, let me make this very clear. The
Okay.
SLAJ constitution, they make them very clear. All executive member, you do work with the agenda of the president. If the president not give you the go ahead for do anything, you do them insubordination. It clearly there the SLAJ constitution say you serve the president and the membership. So if I serve the president in extension of the membership, I serve because whatever I do, not to the president directly, I serve the membership because I don't represent SLAJ.
Okay, so we listen to political analysts, them they can tell you say for make somebody vie for position and emerge as a winner for that position, they can forget a good track record. Tell listeners about the track record so far the media landscape since 2005 we see an whole life BC so now.
I believe say between 2014 to 2021, the name Alhaji Manika Kamara dominates the media award in Sierra Leone. If you check this, within that period, I mean, the highest number of awards where SLAJ organized and even the Independent Media Commission. In 2019 award where Independent Media Commission be organized, when at the 2021 we be all one because of the COVID, I be win 4 awards in that particular award event there. So my colleague them say no, pardon my do so now give space to other people. And so that's because I don't enter the SLAJ executive back. I say okay, I take the back seat. I for apply for award now. That encourage me other colleagues and let them say.
Almost award with your name.
I can say I get between 12 and 13, including one where I win a Ghana on gender reporting when the Media Foundation for West Africa and then be award me together with a colleague within a McKinney when Abasisi and we all be win the award the Ghana.
Let me go into your plans then. If you don't serve as Assistant Secretary General and now you serve as Secretary General, like what you say, the SLAJ constitution, so all executive they working